The Pelicans confirmed yesterday that Anthony Davis will not sign an extension and has asked for a trade. The Lakers have become the top rumored spot, but it's going to take a lot to get AD to join LeBron. The LA Times reports trade talks have to start with a package that includes Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, Ivica Zubac, and a first-round pick. So, Shannon, if you're the Pelicans, would you take that offer?
No. The Pelicans really don't have any incentive to do this deal, especially now, because guess what? This same deal will be there for the Lakers. I mean, if they want to do this deal with the Lakers, it'll be there in July. For me, Skip, is that the Pelicans owe it to themselves to look around and see if there's a better offer on the table. I don't know if there's a better offer. I don't know who's all interested in Anthony Davis, because one of the risks. See, and not to get too far off track, Skip, I believe Toronto will regret giving up what they gave up to get Kawhi, because I don't believe Kawhi is going to stay. And this is the risk that you run if you give up assets and draft and future assets for Anthony Davis, because you're hoping that a very similar situation happens to you, what happened to OKC. They traded for Paul George. We know he wanted to go to L.A., but he got there after a year of being there playing alongside Russ. The fans embraced him. Russ embraced him, was willing to share the stardom in OKC with him, and he says, man, I love it. I'm not going to L.A. I'm going to stay right here. You're hoping that happens with Anthony Davis if he gets to wherever he's going. Boston have tremendous assets. Boston understand. They know this, Skip. Any deal for Anthony Davis is going to require Jason Tatum. So if you think you're going to be able to throw, we'll give you Rozier, and we'll give you this draft pick, and we'll give you Jaylen Brown, no. There's not a deal that's not going to start with Jason Tatum if you're coming from the Celtics. I just don't think, Skip, they have the assets right now. Because what is it? I mean, you hear it, okay, it's going to start with Kuzma and Zubac and maybe Lonzo. Okay. For me, I got a store, Skip. And you know, get as much as you want in the time frame you need. I open up the doors, take whatever you need. Other than LeBron James, you can have it all. If you want Ingram, you want Kuzma, you want Josh Hart, you want Lonzo, you want Zubac. Man, of all the guys that's mentioned, the one guy that I really hate to see go is Zubac. But if you, Skip, sometimes you got to let the hair go with the hide. And if this is what it's going to take to close the deal, I'm sorry, Zubac. We really enjoyed you. We think you're going to be a nice young center in this league. But you got to go. I just don't know. I just don't see the incentive. Skip, if you leave me, what incentives do I have to do right by you? Now, some people say, well, you know, cooler heads, they've been friends and he's going to do right by this person. But you know, emotions are involved. And it's reported that the Pelicans tried to steer Anthony Davis away from Rich Paul because they know what this was going to entail. Because, Skip, when it came down to it, Anthony Davis is a supermax player. He really doesn't need an agent. Anthony Davis is going to get the max. 5 years, $240 million if he had stayed in New Orleans. Sure. So does he need an agent for that? What are they going to say? I don't know, Anthony. We might give you 10% less than the max. He's getting the max. He signed with Rich Paul for one reason. To get him out of New Orleans and to get him where he wanted to be. Now, I believe, you believe, and everybody else believe that's L.A. And the one guy that can make that happen. Now, they have a little bit, the Lakers, Anthony Davis and Rich Paul have a little bit more leverage, because Rich Paul going to say, look here, you can get him for a year rental, but he's going to end up in L.A. Now, you're going to give up all those assets because Toronto going to kick themselves in the butt if Kawhi doesn't stay there. Because you gave up an awful lot to get a guy for 1 year. And I believe he's going to L.A. Now, be it Clippers, Lakers, but I believe he's not going to re-sign with Toronto. You're going to have to give up way more to get Anthony Davis, Skip. And for him not to re-sign, but I just don't believe the Lakers have the pieces right now. They have the pieces, because if they do the deal in July, they could have done it in February. I just don't believe they're going to be willing to acquiesce to what Anthony Davis wants.
Who's the ultimate power broker?
Richie.
In the NBA.
Rich Paul right now.
No.
LeBron.
Well, yeah, go one step higher there.
No. It ain't no one step higher. It's LeBron, then Rich Paul, CEO of Clutch Sports.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. So Rich Paul has more power in the NBA than LeBron James?
No. I'm saying, no. LeBron. LeBron.
He's the ultimate power broker, right?
Yeah.
In Adam Silver's heart of hearts, what would he like to see happen?
Anthony
What would
Davis go to L.A.?
Thank you. Right?
Yeah.
So he's going to be more prone to massage this toward happening toward the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
And this is just me. Now, I'm a Lonzo Ball fan. You know that. I have been from the start, pre-draft.
True.
Some things I don't like and a lot I love and that I still love about him. And he's going to become a star. And I would like to see him get out from under Luke Walton. I think all these kids would like to be out from under Luke Walton, even though we have seen flashes of brilliance from all the young Lakers. And they're all baby Lakers still. Don't forget that. They haven't, none of these have become men before your very eyes.
But Skip, let's be real.
Yep.
You and I both know, had Lonzo Ball gone to the Pelican, or Kuzma Ingram gone to Milwaukee, the Pelican, we're not talking about them like we talk about them with the Lakers.
I don't know. I just go back. I ask anybody to pull the tape of the January 17th game at Oklahoma City and tell me what you saw that night in Oklahoma City. Followed up by another big night at Houston, but Lonzo turned his ankle. But that night in Oklahoma City, that wasn't too long ago, January 17th, I watched Kyle Kuzma go for 32 and 8 rebounds and 4 assists and 3 steals. I watched Lonzo Ball go for 18 points, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds, and he can be one of the best rebounders on the team, as you know. I watched your man Zubac go 26 and 12 that night, and I watched Brandon Ingram have a lousy shooting night. I think he was 1 for 9, but he had 11 assists that night. So we saw lots of flashes of brilliance against an Oklahoma City team playing at a pretty high level at that point.
But Skip, the problem is, if we had seen more of that, they would not be interested in Anthony Davis.
They're just babies. They're babies.
Well, LeBron James grown.
Then what happened at Houston? They should have closed the deal. Kuzma, P.J. Tucker got up into him and took him out of his game. Lonzo was gone in the fourth quarter because he turned his ankle. But remember, in that game, Lonzo had 11 assists in just 22 minutes. So we saw all kinds of flashes of brilliance. So to me, if I'm New Orleans, I look at this haul, and if you let me walk into your store and pick anything I want, I'm not, again, the salary cap boggles my mind, so it's hard to fit all this in because you might have to take an expiring contract to make all this work. The KCP deal, which is compliments of Rich Paul, right?
Yeah.
So they could even throw that in if they wanted to manipulate that. I'm not sure KCP would love that, but the point is, if they wind up with Lonzo and Kuzma and Ingram, I would love that. They probably need a big, so you love your man Zubac, so if you throw him in too, I don't know if that works, but if you put him in place of Brandon Ingram, let's just say, that's enough to me to make New Orleans a really good basketball team on the rise.
And you have to give the first-round pick.
Yeah, in the first round, for sure. And I don't know how good, it doesn't seem like it's going to be great, but it could be pretty good.
Well, it's going to be the Lakers, so they're going to finish, they're going to make the playoffs, so it's going to be in the 20s.
All right, okay, so it's okay. Then you still have an all-star in Drew Holiday, and you still have that big old beast down low from the Lakers, Julius Randle. And I love Mirotic. He's just a player. He just knows how to play, and he's hard-nosed, and he can shoot it.
Healthy.
I know. I got it. Elfrid Payton is there. Eachwan Moore is still there. You could still mix and match. You have a basketball team. You have a team that could rise into contention in the West because as they start to grow up and get their man bodies, I would like that. So to me, the reason I believe sort of 60-40 that it will get done before the trade deadline, it just feels like the skids are greased somehow. And I can't explain it.
Why am I going to give you what you want?
Huh?
Why am I going to give you what you want? Why would I do that? Why would I give you what you want?
What who wants?
Anthony Davis.
Okay.
He wants to be in LA right now. Why would I do that?
You might love you might love what's in the store.
I love
you might
Anthony
say,
Davis
I can get Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma, and maybe if I want Brandon Ingram, maybe I could get all 3 of them.
But here's the thing. What if Anthony Davis said, ooh, that index finger, that thing a little sore?
Okay, well, he will. We'll see what the point you're missing to me. If New Orleans says, let's just play it out. Let's see once Boston is eligible to trade, let's see what they offer. Well, again, what if Rich Paul says, we just don't want to play in Boston? Okay? And we've seen in the new NBA, we've seen number 2 in San Antonio just say, I don't feel like playing here anymore, right? So what if he shuts it down? What if he just says, I just don't want to do that?
And the thing is that you're assuming, Boston is assuming, and there's reports that they're concerned that Kyrie might not re-sign with them. Anthony Davis is not going to Boston. He's not going to even reluctantly go to Boston if there's no Kyrie.
Okay.
Because Anthony Davis and Jason Tatum is not winning a title.
I've just seen in today's NBA that when a superstar wants something, the superstar tends to get it.
Oh, in basketball, absolutely.
Right?
Oh,
absolutely.
That's
the new NBA. It didn't used to be that way.
No.
But now they get what they want. And especially if you have LeBron and Rich Paul behind you.
And who was the first one to get what he wants? Who made it cool? Who made it in vogue? Who made it fashion nova?
old Take My Talents to South.
Yeah. Who made it? Givenchy.
Really?
He's the Hermes
Really?
of NBA players, Skip. He made it cool.
Because he needed help.
No, there you go. See, you
right? Well, he needed help.
You ruled every
He
conversation.
needed somebody to teach him how to win championships.
Skip, we're having a great
and
conversation.
He did. Well, he did. Dwayne Wade saved him.
I mean, I like the way you were attentive. I mean, you stood up, you listened to what I had to say.
I led you right into the trap.
I was courteous. You were receptive to courtesy. And then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, he needed help. Yeah, exactly.
Boom, I got you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
But it's true. He did. He showed everybody how to play the game off the court, right?
Yeah.
And
even whatever you want. If you want to do something.
And what did LeBron keep doing? 1 year contracts, 1 year contracts. And all of a sudden, boom, he's in L.A.
Either I do 3 plus an option.
And again, he gets jilted by George Paul, you know.
I thought you was gonna call him.
No, I'm doing it from LeBron's eyes. From LeBron's
so LeBron
eyes.
called him George Paul.
Yeah, like I don't need that guy, right?
Think about it.
And then Jimmy Butler, and then we hear number 2 doesn't really want to go to LA and play with LeBron, and finally he says, "I got this kid who just idolizes me, and he's got big game, but he needs help."
And he's gonna wear 23.5.
Oh, 23. They're both gonna wear 23.5.
Yeah, that's what AD gonna wear 23.5.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I like that.
New look.
That would be cool. I will endorse that.
Yeah.
Okay. Way to go.
You need to stop, Skip. Baby.
Okay, but again, it's so perfect because Anthony needs LeBron. I told you more than LeBron needs Anthony. Anthony is not a takeover guy.
The man says, "I don't care about money." So clearly, I mean, he's gonna go down from 240 to 2. If this deal happens, Skip, the Lakers all they can offer him is 5 years for 2.